What's up, traders? In today's video, I'm going to talk about my new price action trading strategy. We're very close to perfecting it, so I'm excited to start to share these details with you. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I appreciate you being here. My name is Austin Silver, for those of you that are new. Make sure you subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Today, we're going to be talking about the A2 strategy. We have the A1, the D1, and the D2, for those of you that have been working with me and have been through our courses at ASFX. Those are three strategies that we've back-tested and proven profitable in the past, and they've been working for me and hundreds, if not thousands of other traders by now all around the world. So if you want to learn those three strategies, click the link in the description, go to asfx.biz. That's our main website where you can learn take the courses and learn the strategies for yourself. There's no membership fee to that. It's one-time fee, pay, learn the courses, and then you can start applying it. But today, we're going to talk about the A2 strategy because I've been trading for 6 years. I am constantly pushing myself to get better and to find new ways of making money. And over the last few months, we've been able to develop this newer strategy, a price action based strategy, very similar to the A1, so naturally we called it the A2. Now, I talk about this strategy every day when I'm streaming live in ASFX TV. Now, ASFX TV is our subscription service where we're streaming live every day, me and other successful funded traders from all over the world, sharing our knowledge, sharing the experience, and really giving you an over-the-shoulder look as to what goes on at the desk every day, so you can start to implement and mimic that kind of a process. So if you're interested in watching us trade live every day, you can actually get a 3-day free trial for watching me here. I'll put the link in the description as well, asfx.tv for that one. So today, I want to show you some of the A2 entries. I want to show you some of the back testing and really kind of just give you everything that I've got up to right now. I think there's 3 things to understand first. Number 1, you want to always be developing new strategies and kind of coming up with new ways of making money. Number 2, you want to then take those new ideas and gather a bunch of data, gather a bunch of information. And then number 3, you want to back test it, put it into a spreadsheet, start to calculate the data and tweak it to see how it could be possibly better if you were to make some changes in the system. Now, we've gone through some testing. I've been very grateful and very blessed to have really smart traders around me in the Black Shirt Club and in just the VIP in general. You get to join the VIP after you take the courses. So all of these smart traders around me, I've come to work with some of them very closely, and together we've been developing this A2 strategy almost on a daily basis. Tom, the Kaizen trader, I've got to give him a plug, has been working really hard with me on that testing phase. Now, we're not done. So as you go through today and see these A2 entries, no, this is not a perfect system. If it was, there'd be a beautiful course and a beautiful presentation and everything all written out for you nice and pretty so you can mimic it. I'm just being transparent and showing you with where I'm at right now. I want you to see the strategy development of it because this is not going to be the final result of the system. What we're doing today is not going to be what we do every day going forward a year from now. So it's important for you to see the process of this. It is not an overnight thing. Oh, I just want to buy it at the 21 EMA. No, it's not like that. So now that we've laid a little groundwork, now that we've gone over the housekeeping things, first thing, the A2 strategy basically comes from this idea of if we are in an uptrend with the 8 EMA on top of the 21 EMA, as you can see today here with GBP AUD. The idea in that upshift is we want to, and we call it an upshift because the 8 is above the 21, downshift when the 8 is under the 21. It's just a short-term EMA read. When we're in that upshift, where is the best place to buy it? The answer to that question is the lowest price possible. And if you're in a downshift and price is moving lower, where's the best price to buy it? At the highest price possible. So that got us thinking. If you were to look back and see at the 21 EMA, how often it holds as support and we see trend continue in that direction, we start to get interested in maybe finding entries at that 21 EMA. So we came up with the idea of looking at the break of the 21 EMA in the opposite direction that we want to trade. So in this example, if we want to go long, we want the 21 EMA to be broken to the downside with a body closing through the 21 EMA. Now, it's a little bit more specific than that. We're not going to go into the little details there, but it's basically when the bar breaks the 21 and majority of the bar is still in the bias of the shift, still in the direction of the shift. So majority of the bar is still above the 21, that's going to be the A2 signal. So then what we did, Tom did, he went in and made an indicator. So you can see these little green and red arrows on my screen. Those are the A2 signals. Now, there's a lot of A2 signals. If you turn these blue arrows on, you'll see there's a lot of 21 EMA breaks. If I zoom out, you'll see a lot of blue arrows, right? But not so many green and red ones. That's because we're looking for those green and red ones, which are in full trend. So I actually turned the blue off because I just don't care to see all the entries. I'm looking for specific in full trend entries. I'm back testing that first because I figure if it doesn't work in full trend, we got to tweak something. And it's looking pretty promising. So now I've also added a sessions indicator on here, and I've changed the settings of this sessions indicator to show one session. I called it the New York session, but it's from 3 a.m. my time to 12 noon. So that's this kind of lightly shaded gray area you see here, because I wanted to go back and backtest the A2 entry when I am trading, when I know that most volume is trading from London into New York, 3 a.m. to 12 noon. So that's what we're looking at here. Now, I've done, couple hundred markups already on the A2, and as we refine this down, I've started to really segment them out. Tom has, like I said, helped on the back testing as far as where we should be tweaking to get us to this point, and now we're really starting to lock in. So you can see I've got different folders here. I've got NASDAQ, I've got gold, I've got oil, and I've got US 30. So what I've been doing since yesterday is just looking at March and April, so far in April, on that time zone where the full trend signals, the red and green arrows, present. And I've been using a fib retracement to test what the best stop loss would be. So we don't know exactly where the stop will go. The original idea, as you can see in this markup, is the structure here, the lower high. But with the fib retracement tool, we're actually seeing there could be tighter stop losses. So I'm drawing the fib on there. As you can see in all these markups, the fib is there, and I'm going to go back like we did yesterday, me and Tom, and look and see which fib is touched the most, which fib is the best one for the stop, or should we just keep it as a price action structure stop loss? But then on trades like this, where you're looking to go long, as this breaks the 21, you see there's the signal, you don't have a clear high or low as a stop loss. So this is where maybe that 1618 fib comes into play. And again, I go over all of this day by day in ASFX TV. So if you like what you're seeing here and you want to keep up with me as I develop this strategy, you definitely want to subscribe to ASFX TV. That is a monthly fee. It's $30 a month, but for dinner at Chipotle, you're going to be able to watch me and other funded traders trade live every day. Like there's nothing better than that as far as when you're trying to learn. So I've got all this back testing. You can see how we're gathering a lot of data. Now, this isn't all of my back testing if I want to be transparent and show you everything. If we go to my folder, 2022 markups, you go to the A2 folder, you can see here, this is the back testing that I have not organized yet. All of these markups. So this is, how many? Let's see. 239 markups right there. Plus, in this folder, in the not in testing folder, these are all A2s as well. I have another 119. So now we're at like 350, 400, something like that. And then in the back testing folder, I've got another 40, so you're at like 340. And then with these ones, you're probably looking at another 100, maybe, let's say 50. Let's call it 500 markups already of A2 ideas. So you have to gather a lot of data in order to refine it to a system. So now what we've been adding, and this is the newest thing, and you're lucky I'm sharing this on YouTube. Tom might be mad at me, but it's okay. He'll still love me. You'll have to watch him trade live and see how he's using this. But now what we've been doing over the last 24 hours, this is brand new, is looking at volume. So I just put a regular volume indicator on here, and I changed the colors to gray so that it's not red and green. I don't care about that. And what Tom has proposed is that if we get an A2 signal like this one at 8 a.m. on big volume, you see how the entry bar is this bar that breaks the 21? You have to wait for it to close. You would never enter this mid-candle. Once that closes through the 21, this green arrow will paint, showing the A2 indicator, showing that it's an A2. But because it's on big volume, that sometimes can lead to a reversal. Versus if you get this A2 here, this is at the London session, where it breaks the 21 there, paints the green arrow, 245, you're taking the position. It's falling, but you're looking to ride the upshift, so you're buying here. Look at the low volume. And look at how this ends up being a really nice winning trade. Now, to find the stop loss on this, that's 55 pips to the upside. You could use this pin right here. I would say that that's probably too tight for what I know about the A2 now. I probably would have gone with these pins right here. Still, that's 3R. And now what I'll do is I'll bring the fib retracement tool in. I'll start at the high here, draw it to the entry candle, draw the fib tool up, and you'll see the 1618 actually would have been a little bit tighter of a stop, now giving me 4R, and that would have been safe. Now in this situation, so would have the 1.172. That's why I'm marking up these trades, saving them all, and then I'm going to compare which fibs held the most. So all of this is what we share in ASFX TV. This is how we build systems to become the A1, the D1, and the D2. This will be a system that is in a course and taught to people all over the world within the next year or two. It just needs more refinement. But I want you guys to see how we go through this process. And I have really smart people around me that help me. Tom doing a lot of the back testing, Tom building the indicator, Tom hearing my ideas and giving me good feedback. Other guys in our Black Shirt Club group, same thing, giving me feedback, giving me ideas every day, working on this A2, trying to perfect it. And that's what you need to get a system of rules around an entry idea, and then you go in and back test it. And then if it's profitable, then we start putting some real money into it, some serious money into it. And I think this is the answer to people who are trying to get funded, because sometimes you won't get A1s or D1s too often. If you were just trading the A1 and the D1 this week, I think you would have had 1 or 2 trades, and that's it. You might have to hit those heavier if you're only using those systems at a time period where you want to get funded and they aren't presenting a bunch of entries. But this A2 presents a lot of entries, and it is going to open us up to a lot of opportunity, I think, to pass the funding challenges with more trades. I'm not going to say with more ease, but with more trades, which could make it easier. Now, if you look today on oil, no trades in the time zone that we would be looking to trade, so nothing to mark up there. Same thing here on NASDAQ. Now, you can see this bar at 915 breaks the 21 EMA, which you could say might be the A2 short, right, to ride this downshift. Well, here, and it's on big volume, right? But here, it did not present the A2 because it's a counter trend entry. So if we just zoom out and I see here some in-trend entries. If I turn on the short signal, you'll see, now look at what it did. It painted 2 trades today, 2 short trades that are winners. Both of them are winners. So there's still a lot of tweaking to be done. You don't need to only take full trend trades, but that's what I'm testing first, and then I'll go back in and start to test the not so full trend. Do we even need to use the market sentiment line? I'm not sure. There's still a lot to figure out, still a lot to learn, but I wanted to show you guys what's helped me pass the funding challenges and get some reasonable returns, I think, during choppy markets. Like when I see people getting destroyed, I'm doing well. And I wonder why, but it's because I think I'm always adapting and trying new ideas, and that keeps me alive. So hopefully today's video helps. Hopefully you got some value out of it. Hopefully I see you in ASFX TV very soon. Hit the links in the description if you want to come take our courses, if you want to come watch us trade live. Anything we can do to help you guys make more money, that is what we're here to do. So make sure you subscribe, check out the links, and I will see you guys in the next video.